Oh, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, whether it's our traditional Aspera IBM partnership, DataSprint, and traditional dotgroup services. We're launching a new sustainability platform called GreenDot.
So at IBC this year, we have quite a lot going on. So dotgroup is an IBM business partner first and foremost. So there are some core IBM technologies that we're talking about. So we're going to be launching a product called GreenDot. We previewed it at MPTS, and this is going to be effectively version 1 of it. So that is, at its core, it's got some IBM technology in the back end of it, but it's the first time we're really going to be able to show it and explain to people how it's going to work.
So we're going to have actually Little GreenDot, Big GreenDot. We're going to have the ability to show how DataSprint works. We're going to be able to show you all of the things that dotgroup have been at all the trade shows previously.
We will have a bunch of new things, sustainability, file transfer, the two of them wrapped together, and a whole bunch of updates around IBM Aspera as well.
So GreenDot is made up of 2 elements really. We have what we call Little GreenDot, and Little GreenDot is something that we're proposing to give free. The idea is that what we're wanting to do is for you to go and try it, because you can run it on your AWS or your cloud-based servers or your on-prem servers, and that will enable you with the baseline, which I think I said before. What that enables you to do is to go, where am I now? And then you can make informed decisions. Now, Little GreenDot doesn't help you with making those decisions, but it reports back what you have. With our partnership with IBM, and we can plug in some of the powerful tools that they can enable us, utilising the data that we actually get from Little GreenDot, we can then start talking about making suggestions on how you change. Going from there, with our Aspera platform or a DataSprint platform, you could actually load balance across your network. So for example, if your servers are actually red hot in Europe because you're working during the day here, but your servers in North America aren't, hey, why not use the Aspera platform to copy across and load balance and then have everything running at half. So these are potential opportunities, but that's the growth. That's start at Little GreenDot and move on to the full fat platform.
So we've kept our ears and eyes open in the industry. So yeah, the GreenDot idea is split into 2. There's Little GreenDots, and we're hoping that there's going to be thousands of those over the world. And then there's a Big GreenDot, which initially we will host. But the idea is that the free version gives you your first step on the ladder in order to start your sustainability journey.
So I think it's massively important for broadcasters and actually for any industry these days, because you don't really understand what your true impact is. Whether it's you're working in an outside broadcast, there's the Albert initiative where you can actually count, your paper cups and and diesel use and generators, which is massively. But when you're in the production side of things, then you don't really understand what that server's doing, or if that server's servicing multiple productions. So what GreenDot will do was enable you to understand the time frame when you book that server out, and provide the baseline to enable you to really have a true understanding of where your position is.
So at the top of the pyramid, where you've got the sort of tier 1, the big broadcasters, they're for the most part have got very well structured carbon responsibilities, that they're fully on top of already. What this is everyone that supplies them might not be at the same level, right? So when they are doing their own internal things, great, they're ticking all the boxes and they do their sustainability report at the end of the year and everything's great. But they can't really control all of their suppliers. They can't tell them necessarily, oh, you need to employ a sustainability officer or you need to run this particular piece of software. It just changes everywhere. So we're trying to come up with something where, again, for free, people can just try and standardize on something. It's all too often, you hear the word greenwashing, we're very anti-greenwashing. We want to be able to turn around and say, you run this free bit of software and you will see exactly what's going on. And no one can question it because it will have all of the results. It will say what the application was, the CPU cycles, and you can't question it. So it's having something that you can really call a new baseline that's what we've set out to do, and we think it'll catch on, you know, and if it's free, then why not? Yeah, it really is both. You know, I can't just say it's one or the other, but it depends on who you walk into a meeting room with. So, but it is, they do go hand in hand with each other. You know, if you're monitoring a server and you can see what's going on in it in very precise detail, and you can make changes to that server to improve it, the improvement is going to make a carbon improvement and a cost improvement, because the carbon is costing you money. You know, it's electricity at the end of the day. DataSprint is our bespoke offering using IBM Aspera technology. It's hand-picked pieces of software that we feel work really well and nicely together, but it's wrapped up with us supporting it.
The idea is with GreenDot and DataSprint will work together in the same way as GreenDot and Aspera would work together. So if you're using DataSprint, but you want to confirm that it's more efficient than using a TCP copy, then actually this is where GreenDot's really good, because actually it will show you that, you know, you're transferring X percentage more in less. The difference is now is actually we're coming at it with this sustainability, do you know where you're at mode, and you can be, you know, we're not going to have all the answers, but what we're here to do is to help. And this is just version 1 of a planned route that we have going forward.